let's have a look at that jumper anyway.
You like it?
Yeah, hang on, let's go for it.
Because I had some AirPods, whatever you call them, and then I hadn't had them for like 2 years. And then they stopped pairing into my phone, took them to the Apple shop, and they said they were fake. Thanks a lot.
Did Willie Thorne buy you?
Yeah, should have.
They can still pair, can't they? They just didn't want to sort of handle.
They just stopped working. They only had a certain shelf life, I suppose, in them. And I think it's because there's an update on your phone, and obviously the update then stops. I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah.
Oh, there's an update. You worry about that.
I think you're due an update, Phil. I think you need to restart your technical engine, whatever that is. I don't know what that means.
I can't get enough of every week a new electrical device. I think that's the best reoccurring segment we've got, to be fair.
Sorry I'm late. I was just trying to remember the game last week. It was a pretty low moment, but yeah.
Welcome to the ThighPad podcast, a cricketing podcast where three men who have seen each other naked many times talk about cricket and other stuff too. In the week that was, the week that's passed, I wasn't there, but from the group chat, it seems like it was eventful in many ways. So let's jump straight in there.
So we played Lamport and Cottersbrook CC.
Full name.
Yeah. Obviously, last week we gave quite a lengthy introduction into them. The game was quite eventful. They've all got matching coloured caps.
Knows more about it than me.
What's your name, sir?
Kieran,
Lampport's finest.
Lampport's finest.
Best hat of the season so far.
Best hat for height. I guess the origins of the team were established in 2021, I think.
Yeah, new, fresh.
New 2001, 2022. We represent Lamport Cottersbrook County, I think, cricket club. And we've been in establishment for 3 years, and the hat is, I think, a combination of all of Lamport's colours.
Ah, nice.
So, yeah.
You ever been on a first date with a lady at the Swan?
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah, different women, Kieran, love it. Have a good game, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
I love the caps. Big fan of the caps.
Red and yellow sort of hooped design, I suppose. That's the way of describing it. I'd say they were fairly, their team were quite young, a few youngsters in there.
Yeah,
maybe a bit of a rugby pedigree in there, maybe. They batted first. We started off very strongly. Mousy and Kerr opened the bowling. There was something like 20. What you've got? Was it 38? They'd only scored 38 for the first 8 overs.
Mental.
Which was everyone bowled 2 overs. We were on that game again. Mousy and Kerr started very tight. I then came on. First over didn't go for many, and then after my second over, that's when we went that bit downhill, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the turning point.
Yeah, the podcast duo, mainly me, just let it fall apart, really. It was akin to Will Jacks, wasn't it? I think we had the England-Scotland rain abandonment, the Squirrels rain abandonment. I bowled like an absolute cretin and went for 24 in one of the longest overs. And even when DC put the video in the group, which I was hoping he'd forgot, and he put it in 2 days ago, I thought I got away with it. It was so long. I had to empty some of my storage. I had to reduce my storage on my phone to be able to play it.
You're going to Delph Dog?
Bit nervous, actually. A bit nervous. Bright old hat, innit?
Everyone's looking.
Can you get yourself banned from a podcast?
Catch that.
What's your thoughts?
It's a long week in Galway, isn't it?
No ball!
Put it in.
Oh. Over! Wide ball! Oh. No, I've had to give him. No ball!
How many to go?
2, sorry.
Yep.
Oh! Yeah, your end.
Fucking hell.
Over! And out.
Yeah, it was shite, wasn't it? And then I think you had a dodgy-ish one, and we just let it slide, didn't we? Really?
I heard that fielding may have been an issue, specifically catches.
Yeah,
We've never dropped so many, have we?
I think we. I mean, we're struggling to remember them at the end of the match, so that's never a good sign. I think we were on to about 7 or 8, was it, something like that? Which
Yeah,
you know,
I
I
think.
mean, you know, we're not the. I'd say for us, that's we're pretty decent. I'd say normally with catching.
Yeah,
normally, yeah. But obviously, you're never going to win many cricket matches dropping a load of catches, are you? As the old saying goes.
I dropped 1/2 in that over. So it was the worst over ever. Luckily, one was a bump ball,
Jesus.
Wiggy assures me.
Yeah.
And then Porco dropped one behind the stumps. It was utterly ridiculous, and it was horrific. And then in Chappie's last over, the batsman skied one about 50 yards in the air straight to me, and I thought, if I drop this, is £100 for 2 games of cricket, value for money, to jack this in right now. And and to everyone's surprise, I held it, so it was a minor redemption. But yeah, they were good, weren't they? They were good. They were young. They were pretty erotic. If there was a calendar of a club, that you'd buy that all day. So
Yeah.
now,
yeah.
apologies to over pensioners, but they're a good-looking bunch of lads.
But by the sounds of it, I guess what we're saying is, if we'd even held half the catches, potentially different story.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think probably I dropped their best batter. He went on to score, like, he went on to retire 25. I think I dropped him on his second ball, didn't I?
Right.
So,
yeah.
So that's it's a game changer there potentially.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you came out swashbuckling.
Well, yeah. I mean, before we get into that, so me and Georgie opened the batting, and I think, I mean, from me, but probably on behalf of the pod, I think we owe Mark George an apology, really. Obviously, a lot of duck chat on last week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of duck chat in the groups, in the WhatsApp groups. A lot of duck chat pre-match about the accuracy of my discussion last week, which maybe the accuracy wasn't quite there. But anyway, so first ball, Mark.
No, not what. Anyway, I missed this. So what? You got stuff wrong?
Yeah, I think so. I think I might have got a bit confused with some of the things.
Right.
But,
okay.
We don't need to dwell on that anyway.
Well, I've locked it in as law, so just so you know, you're educating an imbecile. So just so you know.
There's a lot of talk about platinum and diamond ducks.
Okay.
Because so platinum duck is when you're out from the first ball of the innings.
Okay.
That didn't even get mentioned.
No, we called that Diamond Duck.
No, that didn't even get mentioned last week.
Okay.
And that is a legitimate term, and we just that was that. I just didn't even talk about that.
Okay.
I think what we talked about was Diamond Duck being maybe Platinum Duck. Anyway, there's a lot of Platinum Diamond confusion. And then when we were talking about it pre-match last week, I still didn't have a clue what was right or wrong. Anyway, me and Georgie open the batting. Georgie faces the first ball in the innings. The ball is about 7 yards wide outside the leg stump, and he gives it a bit of a swoosh and hits it straight to the guy who catches it under his armpit.
I think they call it a platinum duck.
Blame
a diamond
the
duck.
podcast for that. Blame the podcast for that.
Mom, first game back, anything to say?
That's cricket, isn't it? It's tough. It's tough out there. Shittest ball ever.
Get a jaffer like that, George.
Pretty bad shot. Caught it in his jumper. What can you say? Out.
The eyes of a field software mogul.
And that is the perfect definition
Of a
platinum
duck.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I didn't realise we'd started, and Magsy was running me through the quality of the omelette station in the all-inclusive he was at, and then George was in, and it was unbelievable. So we need to do a feature on, like, I don't know, unbeaten 50s to get back on track, don't we?
There was an injury halfway through the match, I believe, with Nicholas Kerr, who dislocated his little finger.
It wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you see it,
Yeah.
Phil? I didn't want to get close. I'm a bit squeamish, but
Well, it's actually for my bowling. So I was bowling. I tossed one up. I set the trap perfectly for Kerr. Just brought Kerr in a couple of yards, set the trap perfectly. The guy skied it straight to him, and Kerr's a very solid fielder, and everyone thought it was going to be a foregone conclusion. Unfortunately, he dropped it. Obviously, there was a bit of abuse thrown at him from all angles around the ground. And I think just as I was about to start bowling the next ball, I think there was a few shouts of hang on a minute as he picks up his little finger from the ground. And I wandered over and had a look, but then I'm a bit like yourself, Lim, I'm quite squeamish, so I didn't sort of go too close. But there's a few people who were trying to help him out, and I think his hand was facing one way and his little finger was facing the other, was how I heard it. So he went off to A&E. Got it snapped back into place, and was back at the ground in an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
Enjoying his evening.
quick.
That is quick.
Quite a quick turnaround.
Very quick turnaround.
Yeah,
Don't let Rishi hear about that. That'll be their campaign slogan. That.
Oh yeah. But Magsy, so obviously Magsy was fresh back from holiday, and he landed, I think, at 3:30 at Luton, and he'd been invited by his brother. Because one of his relatives was over from Australia. Could he come and see him? But he said, "Nah, got to get to the cricket, and I got other things to do." So yeah, turned up. Didn't field. We might add. He booted. He did some runs at the end. The tail was wagging between him and Chappie, but he didn't field. Glory man. So yeah, that didn't help either. Actually, to be fair, we fielded for 10 men. With 10 men for probably about 14 overs.
Yeah, true.
13 overs. So that's another finger in the proverbial coffee.
So Magsy didn't come onto field because he just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So carry on with the batting then. So Mark George, Platinum Duck. You, man of the match performance.
Oh,
managed to whip you around.
Sublime.
Yeah, Wiggy was unbelievable. The bat sounded amazing. A pink ball. I don't know, like that pink ball was just flying around. It sounded so good. Yeah, absolutely no messing. So, yeah, George was fuming. Wiggy smashed it. Knowlesy, quickfire 20, 21.
Nice.
Pooley, 27 not out. We're in it.
Oh, yeah.
We're bang in it. We're on the rate for a good 12 overs. And then I came in and it all went wrong, really. But no, Wiggy was lush. I reckon that's the best I've seen you back for ages. Enjoyed it.
Do you agree, Phil?
Yeah, well, this season, yeah.
So the best batting performance in the first 3 games.
No, yeah, it's always good to whack a few around, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's lovely. It's really nice. And yes, we were there and thereabouts of 12, 90 odd on the rate, and then the middle order collapse. What did we get? Me, Trini, Mousy, Foz were 18 between us, and then we were just a bit behind. We were just too much to do. Chappie came in, did a job. To be fair, quickfire 11, Magsy, quickfire 18, and it was just too much. So yeah, it was sad end, but good bunch of lads, really good bunch of lads, Lambo, actually.
Yeah. Hang around for a juicy burger afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. We had to obviously, thanks to the cost of living crisis, there was a downgrade for the meat quality. Yeah, I think Mum went to a Tesco Express instead of the usual abattoir in Cookno, wherever it is. So yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I think it saved us about 50 quid. So, and it was fine. But that hot chili sauce, did you have any of that, Phil?
No, it took me about 15 minutes to get the lid off the mustard, so I gave up with condiments after that.
To be fair, the lid does like mustard. Yeah, no, the chili sauce was, oh, blimey. Their skipper came over for a chat, didn't he? He had some, I believe we've got some photos, some sort of felt brogues or something. No, what would they be? I don't even know what they'd
moccasins. I thought they were moccasins, were they not?
No, they're moccasins.
They're the sort of, they're Birkenstocks, like a new sort, like the range of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But obviously they were closed toe version. They're quite nice.
Yeah, I like them
around quite a bit.
I like them.
And I think they've built it up. It sounds lovely over there. The fella said the most beautiful ground you'll play at, but possibly the worst pitch. So
okay,
you probably better that way around, isn't it? I reckon.
I'll take that. Yeah,
I think so.
Happy with that.
So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, are they doing a tea? Do you know? Didn't get mentioned.
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'll have to see. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Swan will bring a cheese board over, probably.
Yeah,
I could see it being a bit, but yeah, cheese board action and maybe a
venison,
wild goose, just taken from the local river. Don't know why.
We need some baggy hats, I think.
Yeah.
There was the other team, wasn't there? Was it the first game of the season? They had some baggies on. We need some baggy caps.
Yeah, we did see them somewhere.
I love a baggy cap.
Yeah, just a bit more about them, aren't they? I think we need to invest in some. Yeah. That's the lesson. Just to sort of get all my demons out. Another personal low. So George was giving me a pep talk. He was in the bar, and he said, "Right, you bowled shit, but just go out there and just give it everything. You can recover this." I'd already been in and out, so I just paved me sharps Atlantic Pale and sat down with the scorers.
Nothing better than somebody that's got a platinum duck giving you a pep talk about how you can turn it all around when you've already got in and come back out again.
Where were you?
That's incredible.
Yeah, one of them, innit? 2 minutes till Brian. Watching what layers on now on the tanning cream? Do you think he's just like it's got 2 minutes to go? Just stood there in the back garden. And I can't remember his children's name, but they're just spraying him in paint.
Oh yeah. You probably got the neighbourhood over just to double it up.
Yeah.
Ronsil and spray cans. What I think he's going to be wearing a vest. That's going to be my guess. He's coming on in a sports vest.
Basketball, do you think?
Yeah, basketball jersey type.
I reckon a hoodie.
Hoodie, nice.
I think I'm going to go gilet, the squirrel's gilet. No, the Crispin's. He wore that Thursday in there. Crispin's Halston gilet. It's outrageous.
Oh, I hope it's the gilet. That sounds amazing.
Then it's not on brand. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Here we go. We're going to find out.
Here
Coming
we
in
go.
hot.
Early, which is unheard of for this pod.
Evening, chaps.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm not sure. My camera's not working. I'll probably need to press the video button.
Here we come.
Hey. Brian,
How we doing?
How's it going?
good.
Too badly.
Oh, Brian. It's a hoodie.
It is a hoodie. Well done, Phil.
Thank you.
Gone squirrel attire for this evening, obviously.
Excellent.
Has to be done, isn't it?
Excellent. I went basketball vest and Nick went for gilet. Apparently you were wearing a very sporting gilet last
I do
week.
like a gilet. Bit cold for the basketball vest this evening, seeing as like 10 degrees in the middle of June. Brilliant. But no, gone for squirrels today.
Absolutely
Love
cracking.
that. I love you getting a dig in about the weather, you tan bastard.
It's been a poor year for the legs to be out in the garden, in the sun trap of the garden. It's been
I'm
disappointing.
telling you now. But Liz mentioned earlier, she said my Brian Pooley Instagram feed, there's a void. This weather is basically there's a massive gap.
There is a massive gap.
Much to the disappointment of housewives everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
very much so.
You say housewives. I was checking my settings. I thought it might be a new thing. Stop political posts and stop Brian Pooley's tanning posts.
It's been poor. It's been slow year. You just got beer shots from an array of European cities.
She did say that. She did follow up with the fact that you are the busiest man in the world, and that like it's not just a gig or a sporting event. It's on another continent.
Go do it.
Basically,
it's the way to roll.
Were you there Saturday?
I was in Twickenham Saturday. Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Saw them lift the trophy. Always good.
Nice.
It was an enjoyable experience. Been to Twickenham many a time and see them not win. So it's been 10 years since the last time I saw them win it. So it was good afternoon.
It's squeaky.
It was. They were very lucky. Yeah, they were not the better team.
They tried to throw it away, didn't they?
They definitely did. Yeah. We scraped through, but yeah, we got the trophy. That's what matters.
Yeah. I was watching it with Phil, and he was very confident throughout that the last 10 minutes would be when we came alive. And pretty much correct. Pretty much correct.
Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. We like to start with an introduction to you, Pooks, and Nicholas Harding is taking that away. So over to you, Nick.
Hi, Brian. I'm going to introduce you, Brian Pooley, as a man. If you scroll through your Instagram feed, about 98% of your photos are the cover of a paperback book and a pair of legs that look like a couple of slightly sturdier Cadbury's fingers. And also you are the official Northampton showroom for the Cortina's exclusive soft furnishing sponsorship deal with John Lewis. Brian, welcome to the pod. It's bloody great. I'm glad you're home.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Right, we've got some questions for you. You ready? Should we dive in? Right, question one. Lord Pooley of Brownfordshire. First game of cricket. Tell the pod.
First game of cricket was for the Rylands Old Boys. I was in the third year of Rylands. I think I was in a maths class with Mr. Allen when Pete Austin walked in, or Mr. Austin as it probably was then, and asked me what I was doing that evening, which, slightly dodgy question, and we all know why. And I said, yeah, I'm not doing anything. He goes, get your whites. We've got good pick. We've got a game at Holston. So my debut was actually away at Holston for Rylands Old Boys, in what was the Garnet Cup, I believe. didn't bat, didn't bowl, probably fielded third man both ends, and probably didn't see much of the ball. But that was my debut. Before I then went on to play for British Timkin. From about the age of 12, I was playing men's cricket, I think, with my with the old man.
Oh wait, what was it called? The Garlic Cup? Was that?
Garnet.
Do you remember?
It was the Garnet Cup. It
Oh,
was
the
just the
Garnet.
knockout cup. I mean, this is that far back. This is the town league days. So played on the played in the town league, played in the race course where there was no boundaries, where you had to keep running until the ball got there, so you could run sixes and sevens. Obviously, I didn't, but I was a lot fitter them days. Or if you hit it between the stumps of another pitch, so you were surrounded in around by lots of other games going on. If you hit it between the wickets of another pitch, that was a boundary. But there was no other boundaries. You just kept running for dear life, and had to. When you was fielding deep, you had to look behind you because you was virtually on the wicket of another game. So absolute carnage. But and you used to get all you used to get as a changing room was a white tent. That was it.
I remember those boundaries. I remember because I played for Crispin's first and then played a few games for Express on the race course, and that is insane. And you had the road the other end. It was carnage.
Yeah, and the road wasn't even a boundary. You just kept to go and fetch it out of someone's garden and throw it back. But yeah, delightful pitches those days. Abington Park, Dallington Park, racecourse. Or if you weren't getting hit on the back of the head by a cricket ball from another pitch, you were standing in dog shit. So it was cricket at its finest, and at its purest, I like to think.
Excellent. I love that, Brian. Right, second question. What's the favourite ever game of cricket you've played in?
The one that stands out for me, Halston used to play a game every year against the Lord Spencer Select 11 at Althorpe House. So I remember one Sunday playing at Althorpe House against the old Spencer, and a young Hamish Marshall, who then went on to make 100 caps for New Zealand, a couple of county players, a couple of celebrities, and then a fine array of cricketers against some very hungover lads from Halston, because he was our patron saint of our ground because he owns the ground. I just remember tea being served by butlers on silver platters and having cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off, and then having a beer afterwards with Earl Spencer, which was very surreal. So I think someone then went home on the helicopter. The helicopter landed on the pitch and they buggered off in the helicopter, which didn't happen on the race course or Abbey Park back in the day. So that's probably the one that stands out as my most memorable.
Jesus.
Oh, I got to say, if you carry on like this, the next guest is fucked. I'm going to be honest with you.
High quality stories here, Pooks.
Come out the blocks like Asher Smith. In fact, she had a slow start, to be fair, but no, this is excellent. Right.
At the end.
Question 3. Favourite ever cricketer?
See, different eras, different cricketers, but I'll probably go for Big Beefy was my first hero. Obviously, I love both and could back, bowl, and what a great mullet. Yeah, similar to that gentleman. He was probably my favourite, and then obviously Freddie came on the scene, and then KP, and then now probably Stokes. It's got to be a swashbuckling all rounder. It grabs my attention, but yeah, I got to go for Beefy. Great to watch on the field, and then probably one of the best commentators as well.
Did you ever see him play?
No, it's probably not something we did as kids go to the cricket. Obviously, he played at Somerset, didn't he? So I love to watch him and Viv play, and Joel Garner was in the team as well at that stage. They had an absolute. But I don't ever remember going to the cricket as a kid. I remember going to the odd Cobblers game, and obviously Dad was a big rugby fan, so I remember going to the Saints a lot. But I can't really recall. I never went to an England game as a kid, and I can't remember going to the county that often. Wasn't until later years. So no, I don't think I did, which was a shame.
I think you got a bit of Beefy about you, Pooks.
Definitely got the weight, yeah.
Right. Question 4. Favourite AC Squirrels player?
Oh, you're all like brothers to me. It's like choosing your favourite child, isn't it? You can't do it. you know, you're all a great set of lads. You took me into your bosom. I think 7 years ago I made my debut. I was retired, hadn't played for a few years, and he was obviously really short one day. I think he was playing that wherever that place is in Broughton with the road and the tree in the middle of the pitch. It's always a great place to play. Made my debut there because you was immensely short, and Danny said, "Have you still got some whites?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll turn up," and never looked back.
Oh, that's absolutely superb.
That's how you answer the question. I mean, other MOMs, not mentioning any names, said Mark George so quickly. It left a bitter taste in everyone else's mouth, but that's a much more democratic way to approach it, Pooks. I love that.
I mean, having on tour stayed in the same room as Mark George, he wouldn't go down as my favourite because that was a tough night. That was a tough night for all of us. Mainly him, not so much me. I slept through it. He's begging to be taken to the hospital via ambulance. I just put my head and like get over it, George. But yeah, it was a tough night. He was screaming for agony and for his mum at one stage, I believe.
Best gig you've been to, Bri?
Tough, isn't it, that one? I've thought about this question a lot, and it's a tough one. I suppose from an iconic point of view, and one that culturally was huge and so significant, got to be Nebworth, isn't it? 96, a fantastic year. Yeah, the Euros, the sun, the Oasis at the Pomp doing Nebworth's got to be the one for me. And then returning there a couple of years ago with Liam playing there again is awesome. But been some great gigs all around the world. But Oasis never probably just tips the balance.
What do you
good one?
Rough ballpark figure? How many gigs do you think you've been to in your entire life?
No, probably saying, I don't know, 700-800. I'd have thought. I've been. My first gig was 1990. Went to see the beautiful South at the Wolverhampton.
Civic Centre.
Yes, the one, the Civic Centre. That was my 15th birthday. My first James gig was 91 at the Aston Villa Leisure Centre. We got a bus from the drapery, bought our ticket for 19 quid, which was coach and ticket to Aston Villa Leisure Centre at 16.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I've seen James 70, 80, maybe even 90 times in my life. So that was about one band alone has been quite considerable, but it's been over, 30 odd years, hasn't it? It's been a while. So
that's incredible.
That's amazing. Are you there? Have you seen them on this tour?
No. So I saw them earlier in the year, obviously in Manchester for their music feeds. I'm going to see them in Greece in August because I get some sun, get some leg shots by the pool.
Is it a 19 quid package with a flight?
Yeah, 19 quid from Spinner Disc. Yeah. So we're doing Greece to see him this year, and then going to Lytham to watch the orchestral show, and then seeing him in Kingston Prism, which was a nightclub I used to go to with my mate Will, when he lived down there, and they're playing an album launch there later in the year, August sometime. So yeah, I've got seen them about 4 or 5 times this year, but not on the arena tour. I'm not a big fan of arenas. I prefer intimate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
On their Saturday with Walt at the O2. The O2. And what song do you want me to ring you on?
Johnny Yen, they're opening with. I love a bit of Johnny Yen.
Perfect. Get out of the way early. Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely stuff.
It'd be quality. Say hello to Tim for me. I've got a restraining order against me for Tim, so yeah. I did grab him. And sneak into his book signing the other week and get a hug. I always scare him when I bound towards him. So
did he recognise you now?
Yeah, I've waited in a queue for his autograph on many occasions and a sneaky little picture. Got to be done, innit? But yeah, I've been fortunate enough to meet them quite a few times over the 70 or 80 times I've seen them sneaking in backstage or whatever.
Have you still got Rick Witter's number?
Oh yeah, me and Rick share messages on Twitter all the time. Yeah. I've got a whole array of 90s Britpop lead singers where I've got pictures of me hugging them, or that's to be done, doesn't it?
Did you ever see the Dabblers in their pomp?
I think I did, probably over at the Squirrels or some dodgy bar in town, I think. I'm disappointed I never got to see you at Why Not. I've obviously going to annual pilgrimage to Why Not these days, but I missed your performance there, which was a shame.
Sure.
You know, the bands of today just can't compare to you boys.
It's true. No, it's very true.
Can't argue with
Yeah, look, should we end the pod? No, right, back around. Next question, Brian, the big one. What's your favourite indie band soft furnishing?
Oh, it's got to be my Liam Gallagher drum skin. I mean, I do like.
Is that over your left shoulder?
I mean, you can see, you know, little Cortina's tambourine. I've got a Jerry Cinnamon tambourine that side. I love an instrument turned into a. I love my new neon sign. So it's got to be done, isn't it? You know, I've run out of wall space. In all fairness, now I'm having to remove pictures of the children off the wall to put stuff up. So
they'll understand, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they'll have to move out their room soon, so I need their wall space as well to put more stuff up. But
is there any room in your house that doesn't have some sort of indie band based decoration to it?
The kids' rooms have escaped. So the top floor has got one's Cobra Kai, which is obviously Jake, and then Aoife's more feminine. But every other room. Yeah, every single room has got some sort of theme to it. I'm sitting in the Cortina's corner at the moment, which is my dining room. But yeah, most rooms are sort of Oasis or themed. I haven't even a James themed room, so unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
So, yeah, once the kids move out, I mean, Aoife's 15 soon, so she'll be out next year at 16 to get a job, and I'll take her room over for a Tim Booth shrine.
I was going to say,
you get them all from the same place, Pooks?
No, I'll shop around. You know, Etsy and eBay love me massively. But yeah, the instrument guy is the same. I have he stopped making stuff now. I think he's earned that much off me now. He's retired, I think, so he's fine.
But if you want, I mean, I know you like a personalised instrument. I've got a Boys Brigade bass drum in the shed that Liz is desperate to get rid of.
I thought he was making it into a bar. That was
it's the carpenter's ignoring my calls at the minute, but we could sort something out. Maybe a Dabbler's themed bass drum skin.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I never made it into the Boys Brigade band. I was always pretty disappointed. I was always netting, doing cricket nets when you boys were on the third hole of the cricket 4-hole golf course, and yeah, someone butchering the bugle, probably Walters, I'd imagine.
Who's your favourite tanned human, Pooks?
My favourite tanned human?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's got to be the guy you kept putting behind you. I mean, he's got the creosote colour, hasn't he? Which everyone's envious of. So, got to be Dickinson, isn't it? Yeah.
I think you're right.
He's still with us.
Yeah.
Still with us.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Is he? Going strong.
Yeah.
Shriveled up into a prune, I'd imagine, these days. But, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. I think we're on the final. This is absolutely flown by. This is it's more educational. Obviously we've got a big influencer Love Island contingent who tune into the pod. So the final question, more advice for them. What's your ideal tanning routine, Brian?
Oh, it's pretty simple. As you said earlier, you've got to get a Jack Reacher book on the go, whack some good tunes on, smother yourself in some sort of oil, you know, safety first, make sure it's, you know, a high factor, whack your shades on, take your clothes off, and just lie there in the sun trap. Simple. Keep it simple and effective.
This goes out after the war. I'm pretty turned on by all this, to be honest with
you. What have you always been let's call it what it is, a sun worshipper, Pooks? Or is it something that's come later in life?
No, I always loved the sun. Obviously, always been in the sun, played cricket, used to play like Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesdays. So I was always out in it. We used to have a caravan in Swanage, which I used to spend like probably 6 to 8 weeks a year in. either going on holiday with my parents or my grandparents because it was my grandparents' caravan. So we was always in the sun as kids and always loved it. But yeah, it's the place now where it's the only time I read. I don't read anywhere else other than in the sun. So I just you just
You must
have a little
get through
chill out.
50
It
to
takes your
60
mind
books
away,
a
doesn't it?
year.
Yeah, I mean this year I've been out there twice, I think.
Yeah, it's
Um,
unbelievable.
but no, it's just a good place to be, and I like it. Makes me feel better. So continue to do it, but hopefully summer will join us at some point because it's absolutely awful now. And and he played a few games of cricket so far. Played two for
Right.
the Squirrels, missing the next two. Gutted. It's going to be
Devastating.
it's tough season so far. Not very batsman friendly either.
No. Well, I don't know. You bloody. I disagree with that. Looking at last Thursday, mate, you're bloody friendly, weren't you?
It weren't too bad last week. It was the first time this year so far.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah,
This is your
watching the
season.
swashbuckling at the other end with Mr. Wiggo at the top there was the key man. Just trying to follow in his footsteps was all I was trying to do last week.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, Brian, this has been excellent. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
I'm just checking the team. Are you playing Thursday?
I'm not. I'm working unfortunately Thursday, so I'm
Yeah.
missing this week. I'm missing next week through work as well. So yeah, it's a tough season. I'm missing quite a lot of games this year. So yeah, I'm missing the next two Squirrels, and then yeah, not playing much on Saturdays at the moment either. Too many gigs, too many other things to do. Even though I'm taking my vice captaincy this year really seriously.
Oh yeah. VC for Slinny.
No, VC to Danny. Me and DC. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm adding too much to the party. I'm certainly not adding any runs. I'm not adding any inspirational fielding positions, and I'm barely there. So I'm sure he'll agree when you get in on here that I'm not his favourite vice captain. Although we were both at Twickenham sitting very close to each other on Saturday, which showed you the commitment to the club.
You're adding some colour, Brian. That's what you're adding.
Absolutely. Got to do something.
Brian, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us, Pooks.
Cheers, Pooks.
No worries at all. Enjoyed it. See you soon.
See you soon.
Good luck Thursday.
Cheers, Pooks.
See you later.
Was fucking
Bloody
excellent.
Brian.
Good luck to whoever's following that.
Love that.
He came prepared.
Superb. Yeah, I think we could all learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
What see what he's up to on every Tuesday, every Monday at 8:30.
I'd love to know how much, like the value of his
about his caravan in Swanage.
I'd love to know about his caravan in Swanage. I'd love to know the value of his investment in indie bandsoft furnishings.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't. It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing. Love it. Enjoy it.
Commitment.
This isn't really jargon corner, but kind of filling in that place because of what happened to Nick Kerr, it reminded me of one of the things that I've found mental, and I'd like to get your opinion on it, which is just how, looking from the outside looking in as a layperson, cricket seems needlessly dangerous. And what I mean, well, it's obvious what I mean. It's the hardest ball in sports outside of maybe hurling. It comes at you very, very quickly. We've had someone dislocate their finger. You've got to dress up like a pillow-clad knight of Arthur's Round Table to go out and face the balls. You wear thigh pads, boxes. Some people wear helmets, which actually restrict your vision of the hard ball, but, because you can get sparked in the head. So it's fucking mental. Yet nobody seems to act like it's this mental that plays cricket. So I've got a couple of questions. The first one is, what's the worst cricket-related injury you've both had, if you've ever had an injury?
You going, Wigster?
Well, nothing too, fortunately, touch wood, nothing too bad so far. Few injuries to the old fingers, fielding. That's about it, really. Obviously, grazed my knee a few times. Had a few knee grazes, you know.
You're always bleeding. Your right knee is always bleeding.
I've gone through a number of cricket trousers, just with holes in the knee and just with hardened blood on the inside. Unfortunately, I think I've got a bit of a weak skin on the old kneecaps there, unfortunately. But
like a Pringle on that kneecap.
Yeah, other than that, nothing too bad. As I said, touch wood. But I know what you're saying. Obviously, yeah. If you really delve into it, it's pretty crazy. Obviously, you've just got someone hurling that ball as fast as they can, and you got to try and get it away from you, really. But
because you could play with a tennis ball,
quite well protected. I'd say quite well protected from that ball with the equipment. Where
only if you're batting though, or wicket keeping. If you're somebody that's 6 to 8 foot away in the field, then you're completely unprotected as somebody swinging a massive piece of wood at a very hard rock, basically, that's going to be coming in your direction. And you're supposed to catch it. You're not supposed to get out of the way of it. You're supposed to get in the way of it. That's insane.
I remember as a youngster, and it was the early days of Crispins, and I guess it's probably a hierarchy thing in it. I always used to have to field really close, like short cover. It was ridiculous. Like, and you could die. I mean, you could die, but no, nothing that bad actually. I think probably Kerms is the worst I've seen, and I think a lot because I wear glasses to bat in, which I think it's not ideal, is it? You flick a top edge, but ironically, probably the worst I've ever been injured, and it's not really an injury, but I remember in the early days of contact lenses about 20 years ago. I think I might reference this the other week, but got a game finished early. I forgot to take my lenses out. Got on a 12-hour session from Crispin's Club to Time and Envy, and woke up, and it was the equivalent of opening a couple of Frey Bentos tinned pies. It was absolutely horrific, and never again. And so that's why, glasses with a lackey band. That's right.
I think obviously wearing helmets is obviously a lot more common nowadays. When I started playing, not many people wore them at all. I mean, obviously now you've got under the age of, I don't know, whatever it is, 18, whatever, you've got to wear them, obviously, which is correct, obviously. But yes, I think like back in the day, I've seen a few top edges into the face, a few nosebleeds. Not me, but other people. But that's about the worst I've seen it. But there is, I did recall hearing, I can't remember who told me about it, whether it was Crispins or another local club. Somebody said that they did witness pretty horrific injury of 2 people batting, obviously, and one of them was wearing a helmet. And one of them hit the ball, and as they were running, they were both looking to where the ball was, and they basically just ran into each other. But obviously, one was wearing a helmet, and the other one wasn't.
Ooh.
And the grill of the helmet just basically, well, yeah, I think there was a lot of teeth everywhere and some quite horrible facial injuries. That was only a few years ago, I think. Yeah, I can't remember who told me, but I definitely recall that happening somewhere.
So, the word, well, you can't really call it an injury. So I took a very slow spin ball to the throat the 2 days before Pate and Cutie's wedding, and we were supposed to do a bit of singing and playing at it.
Oh yeah,
we had to cancel it because I couldn't. And I mean, I was never. This might come as a shock to you. I was never Pavarotti, but I can't like hit a high note for Love Nor Money now. You won't get me singing Crowded House covers ever since that. Let's lobbing one into me throat. And then the other thing that I thought about, and this has always stuck with me, there was a guy that I worked with back in the pub days, Smithy's Palace, TP Woods pub days. His name was Nath. I can't remember his last name at all. But Chappie told me he was playing in the game with him, and he got the ball in the field. He was in the field, and the cricket ball hit him square in the head, and it broke his skull. He's got a metal plate in his fucking head now because of a casual game of cricket. That's insanity. And I think that every time I'm fielding. And most of the time in my head, when a ball is coming anywhere near me, the first, I would say, half a second, which is quite a long time, is me thinking, is this the end? Is this the end for Adam House?
I think if you were fielding, I think if you wore a helmet fielding, I think you'd obviously get a few comments for the first few overs, but first game. But I think after that, I think you'd be all right.
I don't think it's going to happen. No.
You really wanted to wear a helmet off.
I think I want us to play with the softer ball. I think that is what I'm getting to. And I don't know who I've got to talk to about it. But I'm saying that potentially cricket with a softer ball would be a more entertaining and safer game. Maybe a squash ball.
No, squash balls bloody really hurt. You get one of them in the old.
They really do. Again, not as much as something that's as hard as a rock, I would argue.
Yeah. It's pretty mad, isn't it? Maybe playing it forever, you don't really think about it, but it is pretty bonkers, isn't it? It's mad. And like, it's not even that fast for us, is it? It's one of them sports that blows your mind, I think, when you get bowling thing on, what was it, 50? What do we have it on, 58? And it's like, yeah, that's enough. Like sticking to the 35 on it, probably. Mental.
When you're watching it on TV, it's always the speed of the spin bowler's bowls, which blows my fucking mind. Someone tells you it's a fast bowler, you kind of expect it to be ridiculously fast, and you can't fathom how fast that is. But the spin bowlers being as fast as like that bowling machine, and we're unable to touch it, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous sport.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying let's change into a bowls club ASAP. Also, I really hope
bowls are hard as well.
That is true. Bowls are.
You're not throwing them at each other. I get your point now. Sorry, I get your point.
Quick prediction time. So we're playing Budbrook. Is that right? Yes. At home. Do we have any facts about last season's game?
It was the last game of the series. It was the last game of the season last year.
See, it's quite topical. So I got a memory today. So it's we posted the Facebook score 1 year today, the Empingham win from last year. God. And I never remember anything. I mean, we were outrageous. We batted first, got 184 for 2 off 20. Talk about being the cunts that turn up and ruin the game. Like, brilliant. Carter, 34 not out. Adams, 32 not out. Blues, 31 not out. McDermott, 30 not out. And Empingham, 136 for 5. 48 shy. House, 3 for 17. Take that,
Correct.
Mr. B.
Yeah.
We're off.
Yeah, absolutely. After my third wicket, DC said, you may as well fuck off home now because it don't get better than this. That was his pep talk. Let's do this then. So, strong team, good emoji game. Who we going for most runs? Philip Adams.
I don't know what team it is.
Most runs, Nick Carter.
I'll go D. Carter.
Lovely.
Eve. Hang on a sec. Who's playing? Pate? Is he playing?
Yep.
Walters.
Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
I'll do, yeah.
Very nice. I'm going to go
Trim.
Dermot Muck.
Forms life.
Most wickets? Phil?
Kerr's playing.
Straight back in.
Chapman. Treen. Let's see.
Anyone?
Treen.
Lovely. Nick?
Having the snorkel, Massey.
Lovely. And I'm going to go for... Yeah, fuck it, Chapman. Let's go Joppy Van Jopson. Lovely stuff. Any more business before we wrap up what has been, I'm going to say, an entertaining episode.
Yeah, that's excellent. Good luck to the sweepstake drawing. I got England in the work sweepstake today, which I was pretty happy with.
I've got Czech Republic in my world.
And I haven't done a work one. So different people, different work-based cultures.
From people. Yeah, no, good luck. Good luck Thursday, Mo.
Cheers.
I'll be having a band practice because we've got a gig supporting Ultranate a week on Saturday. So
is that real? But it turned out, in fact, it wasn't true. Nicholas Harding had made the classic mistake of mistaking Ultranate with Entrance. Obviously, there are some fundamental differences between the two, but we can all agree that both of them have the word 3 in their biggest hits. Nick Harding would like to apologise to both Ultranate and the good people of Entrance and hope this doesn't impact this or any further support slots he may fill.
that's pretty wild, yeah. Serious shit, yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Who would you support Ultranate with? Probably a 4-piece playing covers of Aztec Camera,
yeah, correct,
Billy Ocean, and Nirvana.
Nice, that's lovely.
Haircut
gig. 100. You got any Haircut 100 in there?
No, not as yet.
Okay.
There's still time.
Yeah. Let me know.
It will be a fantastic day.
Oh, it's absolutely excellent. Phil, why are you not playing on Thursday?
Just busy.
Lovely. Thank you very much for joining us this week on the ThighPad podcast. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Cheers.
And thank you for watching.
Yeah, 40.